today's video, we are going to look at keyword research. Keyword research is part of SEO. SEO, what's SEO? Well, we're going to look at that. I'm going to do a little tutorial with you, show you a little template that I use to go through some keyword research before I make a TPT product, a blog on my website. You can do it for YouTube videos. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, my name is Lorianne, and if you're new or returning, welcome here at It's All Primary. We talk about teacher side hustles, mainly Teachers Pay Teachers, boom. We do tutorials on PowerPoint and Google Slides and whatever you need to grow your side hustle. SEO is probably the most important thing when it comes to selling your product. What is SEO? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. What does that mean, right? So search engine optimization are the steps that you take to optimize either your TPT products, a YouTube video, a blog post, your website, the steps that you take so that when people search for something, your stuff gets matched up with their search. So ideally, SEO is going to connect your product with this buyer. Ideally. And part of SEO is keyword research. Keyword research. Because I think what happens, and I've done this myself, is that we want to be cute and unique, and so we make these really cute, unique titles for our products, and no one sees them. No one. And why do they not see them? Because they weren't searching for that cute, unique title, right? Most buyers are just typing in addition to 20, and we're doing different ways that you can bring the numbers to 20, right? You've got to make it match what people are looking for. So one of the things that I do before I create a product of some sort, or even a blog post, is I will look to see, 1, what's trending, 2, what's popular, 3, what do I feel like making, and then look at all those different things. Maybe I can mash them together and create something that people will actually want. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's sort of what it's all about. What do people want? Because what people want is what they're going to buy, or what they need. What will solve the problem is what people will buy. So you've got to create things like that. If you want a good sized business, if you just want to do TPT as a hobby, I would still recommend SEO and keyword research. If you want a bigger business, definitely SEO, keyword research. There's other things. I'm going to be redoing a couple videos. There's other components like your titles and your covers and your product descriptions. They're all involved, okay? But for today, we're just going to look at keyword research. And I didn't really understand keyword research when I first heard about it. And then it was a interesting post in the TPT seller forum where someone was saying their sales turned around when they started focusing on keyword research. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. There were some other sellers commenting and asking, what is this? And they were starting to talk about it. And I started doing my own kind of research about it. And I listened to I listened to a podcast. I like to, oddly enough, I like to do research. I like to do research and planning probably more than I actually like to create. Is that sad? If you're like me, please let me know. But what I did was I created a little template, and this will be available on my TPT store. It's actually, I printed this off from Google Sheets. I like to do this online, though sometimes I like to just print it out on paper because sometimes I make a lot of notes and I just want to add things. But it's deciding for yourself what search volume is the most appealing. I don't know whether appealing is the right word. A search volume that is acceptable to you. Okay? There are lots of keyword tools out there. Many of them are going to be associated with Google, and Google is important because many buyers search that way. You're going to have a population of buyers going straight to TPT, and they're going to use the search bar right in there, so that's one. But there's going to be a population that is going to be going to Google and searching there. So it's important that you're going to rank on Google. It's important that you're going to rank on TPT. And when I mean rank, you want to be on the first couple pages. You really do. For myself as a buyer, I usually will not go past the second page. I don't. Right? I'm really hoping that what I'm looking for is on that second page. And there's a chance next year that I'll be in a new grade, teaching another grade that I haven't taught for a while. And so, I have to decide whether I'm going to make those products or whether I'm going to buy those products, right? Again, as a buyer, I don't look past the second page. Let me know if you're a buyer, how far down the search will you look? But many people say that with Google, I actually went to a Google Educators conference years ago, and one of the things that they said is many people won't go past the 7th item on the first page. And that's could be a difficult task for you to get in the top 7. So again, depending on whether you want to have a large store, small store, search engine is going to be your ticket. Because the other thing with search engine optimization is it's showing you in results without paying for it, right? There's no marketing involved. This is organic traffic. People are just searching and there you are. That's the goal. That's the goal. And your sales will go up tremendously. I have played with keywords a lot, and I actually have shared videos where I changed keywords and I got sales within an hour by changing keywords. So keywords are really important. So let's turn the camera around. I'm going to take it to a blank one of these. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the TPT search. We'll look to see what's trending right now. By the way, this template has 2 pages. I've started creating a what's trending per month. So you can have it kind of side by side in the document. You can make one of these yourself, or like I said, I'll have one available in my TPT store. But we will go to TPT, do their search. We'll play with that a little bit. And then we're going to go and look at, I'm going to show you a free extension called Ubersuggest. There's lots of other ones, but this one's free you get 3 free, you get 3, you get 3 free searches per day. So that one's one to consider as well, okay? And I'll tell you a little bit about Ubersuggest, okay? Okay. So the first place we're going to go is Teachers Pay Teachers. And as I mentioned, a large percentage of teachers will go straight to this search bar right here. So if you click on it, what is trending right now is showing up right here. This is what's popular right now, April the 13th. So if I was to take the first one here, just click Easter, here are the results for Easter. This is not filtered. This is sorted by relevance. So anything that has the word Easter in it will appear on this. Now you will not be able to see all 530,000 plus results. They will only show you the first 40 pages. But still, it's rather difficult to get onto this first page. You've got to find ways to do that. Let me back up and just share a couple things here. So if I just get out of here, and when I say that there are 6.5 million products, this is where I'm getting it. 6.5 million plus products. This first page is actually
the top selling products of probably all time when it comes to Teachers Pay Teachers, if you're just curious as to what has sold over all the years. And that can also tell you some of the top TPT sellers, if you're interested. But if I was just to go kindergarten, as you can see, there are 2.4 million plus products. When you see these numbers, this is anybody who has listed grade 5 in their products. Where these numbers are going to drop is if I'm not specifying anything in here. Even by saying something like, going back to Easter, we're down to 530,000. If I filter it to kindergarten, 210,000. If I filter it to another grade, such as, say, grade 5, 110,000. So you can see why, right? Grade 10, 46,000. Specifying specific grades can help you out depending on the subject, but this is where our keywords are going to come in. So let me now go over to this template that I have. Okay, here's a template that I created, and one of the things, first of all, just to understand some of the lingo or jargon that is used by TPT sellers. Your product idea is essentially your keyword. 1 to 2, maybe 3 words that, kind of is the main theme of what you are trying to create. You will hear LTKW, which is long tail keyword, used as well. And this is really important in getting those search results down and getting that product of yours visible. If I was to create a product on adjectives, if I go back to TPT, so just typing in adjectives has a search results of 72,473. That is too much. What I now need to start thinking about is what grade I'm making this product for. Am I creating boom cards? Am I creating Google Slides? Am I creating printables? Am I creating task cards? Am I creating centers? What am I doing with this, right? So I need to start creating some filters for myself and see what kind of results show up with that. Now on my template, I wrote over here as part of the long tail keyword adjectives anchor chart. So I was just kind of playing around to see some different formats. And if you're curious as to some of the different formats, just scroll down on TPT and under resource types. And when you hover over see all, look at all the possible products you can create. And there's more, but this is just to give you a really good idea of what people are looking for. So what I did was I started with adjectives. I clicked at the end, and here are some slightly longer titles. So I could have done nouns, adverbs, and adjectives as worksheets. And by clicking on that, it's 19,000. If I go to grade 1, 8,000. Well, that's much better than what it started with. And that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to find a search that people are in fact looking for that is reasonable, or, for yourself to say, okay, let's go for that one. For me, 8,000 is still a little bit too high. I'm going down. My goal is to actually get it under 3,000. And what I've done, I'm going to quickly go back to the template. I've created this conditional formatting in this column here. And what I've done is I've told Google Sheets to color code products that are over 3,001, 3,000 and under. So if it's under 3,000, it highlighted in this bright green, like that's a good search result. And I did this almost a month ago when I did adjectives anchor chart. And again, I'm just playing with this. This is, like I said, this is something I enjoy doing. But when I went in here and went adjectives anchor chart, see the number? People are looking for it because it actually shows up. So you want something that's going to show up in this search and then look at the results. So my chances of getting on the first page if I created an adjectives anchor chart is pretty good. I mean, I might not get on there right away, but I could do some playing around with stuff and I could probably get at least in the first couple pages, okay? Because what often happens is many teachers, sellers don't understand keywords, and so, I'm looking at some of these covers and they're not even square. People are just uploading things. So the chances of me, by doing the proper covers, the proper product descriptions, title, keywords, all that stuff, means my chances of getting on that first couple pages is good. Okay, so that's how I'm getting that number. So what I'm doing is I'm playing with the keyword, adding a few more words, which makes it a long tail keyword, and seeing where can I get this number. And the number will fluctuate a little bit. That's why sometimes it's good to date things every couple months, because more, people are constantly putting products on. So your keyword is 1, 2, 3 words possibly. Some of these are a little bit longer. For the most part, the main idea that you're putting here, the grade you want to do, the format you want to do, and then start playing with that word and seeing what kind of search results you can get. If I have more time later on, what I do is if I find one of these that I really want to do, I'll then go back to it and I'll start doing some comparison shopping as to what people are selling their products for and anything that I note. Like sometimes I'll look at their file sizes. Sometimes I see products that are 1 to 2 pages and they're selling them for $1 to $2. So that's how I use keyword research for TPT. Now I'm going to quickly show you Ubersuggest, because Ubersuggest works for keywords in Google. So I've already got Ubersuggest here, and if you just type Ubersuggest in Google search, make sure you're going to get to either Neil Patel, who is the founder of Ubersuggest, or I don't think it comes up as ubersuggest.com. I think it's Neil Patel. Anyways, I have a lifetime thing, but if I was to log out, so as you can see, I was already playing with some stuff. I was taking one of the trends, which is spring reading passages, and I was just playing with it. If you sign in with your Google account, you can get a free account, and then they will give you 3 searches. You can do it without signing in, but you don't get the constant bugging of sign up, sign up, sign up. What you want to do is go to Keyword Ideas, type in your keywords, or if you want to do a long tail keyword, and then just click search. You can go globally, like all locations, and search, because you can see there's no SEO difficulty here. Whereas if I go to US only, there it is. Now, since I started this video, I actually have created a 3rd page. The 2nd page I had mentioned previously, I thought this would be a good place to put in your trending items for the month. And then that way you've got a record of it at all times. So you can use it year after year. So type in your trending items. So this is what was when I started this template. I don't know if it's the same or not. I think it's going to be close. Let me just take a quick look. Fractions, yeah, they're all the same. So I don't know if it changes every month, every couple weeks. You could test that out. But the 3rd one I did is I created an Uber keywords little section. Again, you can do this on your own if you want to. Put in your keywords. So what we just did was spring reading passages. And then let's go to monthly volume. It's not very high. It's 20 per month. So it sounds like it's not a lot, but ask yourself, if you could get 20 sales per month on your spring reading passages, would you be happy with that? And personally, I would be happy with that. However, the SEO difficulty here is a little bit higher. If you look, they're color coded. Green is good. Orange, red is not so good. Because what's happening is people are, if you can see here under paid difficulty, this is your competition. These are people that are paying. So they are trying to get themselves at the top of the page with an ad. So that's why these ones are a little bit difficult to rank for. But if you look at down here a little bit, so spring books for 2nd graders, your chances are really good to get on that first page. One person is buying ads to do that. Spring reading comprehension passages by adding a word. This one I could write a blog post about it and then have pins, and I could do something on Instagram. So I can do a variety of things, and I can see that it would rank pretty good based on this. Okay, so I would go in here, the monthly volume, which again was only 10 to 20. SEO difficulty is spring reading comprehension passages. It's 10, and the difficulty is 5, and paid is 1, and I would add spring comprehension reading passages. And just curious, I'm going to put this phrase into TPT and let's see what shows up there. And it comes up, it's part of the suggestions. Click on there and the number's low. So 1300. So again, your chances of getting onto the first couple pages is not too bad. And later on, if this was something I would choose to pursue, I would look at a lot of these products, look at their price range, look at what they're offering, right? I would look at one that's got, a lot of sales. I would look at, again, the range of price. So you got a lot of $5, $6, $3, $2, and the sales are all pretty good. 13 pages for $2. So again, a little bit of research before I create, and sometimes by doing the research, it will direct you on, what is out there currently, and maybe a way you can make yours a little bit more unique by providing something that someone else doesn't have. So the last thing I want to do is I just want to talk about Ubersuggest. So Ubersuggest is just one of many keyword tools. Again, as I mentioned, you can get 3 free daily searches. Over here on the side, it says, start a 7-day free trial to unlock data. One of the things that we have found, just in a couple Facebook groups that I belong to, Ubersuggest has a sale every the Cyber Tuesday or that week in November, end of November, early December. They will offer their lifetime of this for between $100 and $200, which is a good price considering all these things. Especially if you have a website, they will audit your site, they will do all sorts of things. But a gal I know, and then I had this confirmed by someone else, she was telling me that after this, she had the 7-day free trial, she got offered the lifetime for $99. So that was about a year and a half ago, but I've heard someone from the summer, so half a year ago, a little more than half a year ago, have this exact same thing happen. If you go up to plans and pricing, normally it's $29 a month. So if you can get a lifetime at $100 or even $200, it's ridiculously cheaper. Okay, so that's Ubersuggest.
Okay. I personally like this stuff. It may overwhelm you. Don't let it overwhelm you. And it comes more easily with practice. Okay. Upcoming videos, I'm going to do a PowerPoint, an updated PowerPoint. I've learned a couple more tricks on PowerPoint. I love sharing my PowerPoint tricks with you. I always get these, because it's sort of the same reaction I have when I learn this trick, going, where were you 2 years ago when I was starting out? So there will be a new one on PowerPoint, and I'm going to be doing a video on templates. What every TPT seller template, what every TPT seller needs as far as templates. Templates have saved so much time. That video is coming up soon. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, kind to one another. Keep the faith. You can do this. This is not hard, but you don't have to do this alone. And we'll catch you in that video or that playlist. Either one. Take your pick. See ya.